Hey, my name is Mike. I'm from Boston.
What was your name, sir?
Looking
What was your name?
for a Honda CRV. I was looking at either a certified pre-owned or potentially new because they seem so close in price nowadays. Um, my question was, I'm trying to figure out which one is the better one to go for. It looks like the price difference is only a couple of $1,000s, but what would you guys recommend?
And what was your name again, sir? I just want to make sure I got it.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
Mike. Okay, Mike. Sounds good. We're talking CPO or new Honda CRV in the Boston area, correct?
Correct.
All right, let's go to the CarEdge machine, Pops, or do you have initial thoughts?
Well, my initial thoughts are if they're within a couple $1,000s of each other, um, if it's the same model year, that is, say, a retired service loaner that is a certified pre-owned from Honda, and it only has 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it, it's a couple $1,000s less, but it comes with the extended warranty. I would probably consider the same model year retired service loaner. If it is something that has more miles than that and doesn't necessarily have the extended warranty for a couple $1,000s, I would at that point then just do the new. If it were me, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, definitely. If it's so close and you get the extra couple years, that seems to make sense.
I'm actually, Mike, I'm going to give you some different input, and this is two different thought processes here. I'm going new all the way here, and the reason I'm going new is because you get the manufacturer warranty, so you don't have to worry about anything. And I think the real kicker here is going to be financing cost. We know that the interest rate for a used car auto loan is significantly higher than a new car auto loan, and so I think you're going to end up. And let's actually look at it. Let's see what the finance incentive is right now. Do you have a sense for what your credit is, Mike?
Definitely tier one. And the dealerships that I've been talking to, I think for the used ones, they offer a promotional 3.99 for the 60 months. 60 years. Wow, that'd be a long time. 60 months. And then I think earlier, just a few minutes ago, you guys were showing the promo for the new CRVs were at 1.9, I think.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull that up really quickly. On the CarEdge car search, I just used the zip code 02108. I think that's Boston. So I think
that's close enough, yeah.
Okay, cool, great. So let me pull in CRV here. Do you have a sense for what trim level you're looking for?
Probably the Sport L.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Let me pull on Sport L. Okay, I'm just going to click on the first one here, and let's scroll down and look at the... bummer, Phil. I know Phil's here on the chat with us. The incentives aren't pulling up for this vehicle. So, all right, we'll have to just use what we have back on those financing offers, which I think you were right. Let me pull that up again over here. And Phil, if you don't mind, let's take a peek at that so that Mike and everyone else can make sure they can see incentives when they're on the CarEdge car search. Let's go Honda. Yeah, CRV, 1.9%. So I don't know, Dad, does that influence your thinking at all? 1.9% for 60 months?
It could. I mean, you have to... all the things you have to look at are how much are you putting down, how much is that you're going to be financing, and then the length of the term that you're going to finance it, and then compare the total cost with interest charges and see which ends up to cost you the least amount of money. If it is a certified pre-owned, and if it's 349 or 399 as a promotional rate, that would be on a certified car.
Yeah.
So you get the extra warranty with that. So you just have to play it out and actually multiply all those payments out plus your down payment so you can tell what the ultimate cost is of that pre-owned compared to what the ultimate cost is of that new car, and then make your decision.
Dare I say it, Mike? You got another couple minutes?
Definitely.
Let's do it. Let's just do it here, Dad. Let's do it.
Wow.
All right, let me pull up the car loan calculator that we like to use. Hope you don't mind us, I don't want to say we're going above and beyond, Mike, but let's try and get an answer for you rather than giving you.
It seems like we're going above and beyond, damn it.
All right.
Pat us on the back.
Mike, what's the price of some of these vehicles? You said they're a couple $1,000s apart. Let's start with
if I got the used one, I could probably get it around 36, 37. If I went new, probably looking at 38, 39, something like that.
Okay, so I'm going to use 36.5, and you said it was 3.9%?
I think it's 3.9.
Yep.
Okay, I think, yeah, Space says it's 349. Would you be putting any money down?
No, I have a trade-in that's worth about 13,
All right. Do you have do you owe anything on the trade?
like $500. I have one more payment.
Okay, perfect. I'll put in $500. Okay, we got the sales tax. We've got the other fees. We'll roll those into the loan. Please provide positive down payment. Sure, 0. Okay, so if you were to go the CPO route, what we're looking at here is a $511 monthly payment. And you're going to end up paying back $2,564 in interest on the vehicle. So this is the CPO.
So
Right.
the total cost is $43,174.
Now, let me open up my other tab here. If
Plus
we go
the,
new,
plus the $13,000 for the trade.
yes, yeah, that's been factored into this. Now, if we go new, so let me just pop the screen over here. I put in the selling price of $38,500 and the 1.99% financing that you would qualify for. And what are those numbers there, Dad? $530.
Yes,
Monthly
and
payment.
the total price is $44,301. So it's a little less than
It's a
about
$1,200
$1,100, about $1,100 difference.
So now, Dad, question to you: for $1,100,
Yeah.
do you go new or do you go used?
Well, the question becomes how many miles are on the pre-owned car, and if it only has like 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it, and you end up picking up, say, an extra year of factory warranty, you would actually end up with more warranty coverage on the pre-owned car, and it would cost you $1,100 less than the new car.
And I should mention, Pops, the 3.49% was what the guys were quoting in the chat for the new vehicle. So forgive me on that. 3.99% is what Mike had said.
Oh,
on the
okay.
used one. So, Mike, I think there's a little bit of work still to be done on your end in terms of figuring out what the actual warranty is coming on the CPO. But this one, I don't think you go wrong either way. Is ultimately where I'm landing, unless the CPO is
and this is why I'm having such a hard time, you guys, because it's so close. I think at the end of the day, I kind of did the same math myself and arrived at the same conclusion. I'm only a couple grand away either way.
Yep.
So I get Ray, your point about it really depends on the miles on the CPO. If it's like 5 or 10, that sounds great. You know, you get an extra couple years of warranty. You know, if you're talking like a 30, 40,000 mile, CPO, maybe not so much.
Mike, I will share with you a situation where I at one time bought an MDX as a retired service loaner. It had, I think, 4,500 miles on it. I bought it for like $3,000, and this is when I was running a dealership. So that cost me like $3,000 less than the brand new one would have. But because it was certified, I ended up with like an extra 2 or 3 years worth of warranty. So to me, it made all the sense in the world to not only save $3,000, but to end up with an extra 2 or 3 years worth of warranty coverage. So it depends how long you're planning on keeping the car and all that neat stuff. And if you're planning on keeping it, this is one of those situations where it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Either way, you're fine. And whatever makes you feel the most comfortable when you're trying to make that decision, that's the direction you go.
Mike, final word from me. Igor in the chat saying if you go to Herb Chambers Honda of Boston, you'll have to look back at the 49-minute, 30-second mark. You can read this comment on the screen. 8% off MSRP is what he's saying you can get there. So go ahead, if you haven't talked to that dealership, know that the CarEdge community is trying to send you in the right direction to make sure you get the best deal possible. And Mike, we appreciate you calling in. Hopefully we haven't made scrambled eggs out of this decision for you, but we appreciate you being so educated and informed and part of our community. Gonna cut you loose here. We appreciate it. Let us know what happens, okay?
Thanks, guys.
All the best.
Take care, Mike.